it's day 1 of this week for me on my weight loss, a journey. And so today I kind of felt like I was plummeting down and I wasn't really into weight loss. I was just like, damn, I'm craving a very salty meal, something super spicy like atomic wings from Wingstop or something. So I was just like, you know what? I had to really control myself because I always go into this spiral action of I do really, really good one week and then the next week I'm just spiraling out of control. I don't know. I feel like it's maybe self-sabotaging. Like I just want to self-sabotage myself and not be successful at this goal that I have. I don't know what it is. Like sometimes everything in the world is just trying to stop me from doing it. I don't know why. Or it could just be that I'm on my period and I just can't handle the hormones. But I don't want being on my period to be a reason for me to pig out and have a bunch of junk food, because that's usually how it works with me. I'll be on my period and I'll be like, well, I'm hormonal, so this is an excuse for me to eat nonstop and just put a bunch of junk into my body. So today I made a decision. I'm a part of this healthy habit club, and what it is basically they make you protein shakes, and the protein shakes are pretty good. And the reason why I like coming to them is because I have a basic protein shake collection at home. So I just have the vanilla, and then I'll mix the vanilla with any type of fruit. So if I'm craving something that's chocolatey, I most likely need to come to my healthy habit spot and get a chocolatey smoothie, because I just don't have that flavor or any different flavors at home. So I always will just come in and get something from them and make it my meal replacement. And the reason why I like to do meal replacements sometimes is because it just keeps me on point, and it just like helps me with cravings, because I'm craving something sweet, but then it's kind of healthy at the same time. And then it's just easy. I just sometimes feel like when I cook, I'm around food more. Like I'm in the kitchen and I'm cooking and I'm around the food more. I'm around the junk more. So then I'm just like, okay, I'll just end up eating and nibbling on things. But with the meal replacement, I'm just more strict. Like I'm strict into just having a protein shake. Do you get what I'm saying? So yeah, on sensitive days, which today is a super freaking sensitive day, so I have to really watch myself. I have to literally mentally tell myself not to eat something. And yeah, today's a struggle, so I hope I can really get through this day. What I'm having for my meal, I'm having a Reese's peanut butter cup smoothie, and then I'm having some tea with it. This is a fat burning tea. This actually tastes really good. It's a low on sugar though, so I really hope that I don't give in to my cravings today and I just eat a very healthy lifestyle right now. And the struggle is real right now, you guys. I know this is crazy for some people to understand, but food is really an emotional attachment. It really is. A lot of people don't understand that. It's an emotional attachment. You use food for so much. You use food for happiness, you use food when you're sad, you use food for a lot of things. So I don't want to call it deprivation of food, because it's not like I'm being deprived of food. I'm just taking the food out of my life, and I'm learning to deal with the emotions by myself versus using food to comfort me. So it's definitely a hard day today. Pretty much not showing it, but I'm kind of breaking down. And it could just be that I'm hormonal. It could just be that I didn't sleep enough. Yeah, I never knew that food took over my life so much. Never knew that. I just never ever knew that, you guys. Like, I'm pretty shocked that food has so much control over me. I'm not even gonna say what day it is because I can't even keep track. I'm just gonna put dates on the bottom so you guys could kind of see how the days change, kind of thing. Okay, because I get forgetful on what day is what, so I'm just going to put dates on the bottom. Oh, last night was particularly difficult because, as you guys saw, I was doing the protein shakes. And the reason why I started to do protein shakes as a meal replacement is because I just feel like I just needed to kind of do like a how can I say it, like a boot camp type of thing, like where I just needed to like kind of like take a break from all the food counting, all the portion controlling, and just kind of be on something a little bit strict. I definitely would not say that I can do protein shakes to do my whole journey. No way. There's no way that I'm going to be able to lose weight on just 2 meal replacement systems. That's not going to happen. But there comes a time where I'm just like lazy and I don't want to do meal preps and I don't want to do all that stuff. And I just always keep protein shakes on hand in the house because that makes me accountable. So I don't have an excuse like, oh, well, I didn't make, I haven't been really good on meal planning, so I'm just gonna like do whatever I want. No, I'm held accountable and I just have to do the protein shakes. That's just part of my life, So this week I'm just being a little lazy about protein shakes. I might be more lazy about meal planning next week. So, as I told you guys, this is definitely my journey. I'm not going to lose weight overnight. So please bear with me. It was a very rough night. I'm on my menstrual, I'm on my girl thing, and like I said, I am in the habit of thinking because I'm on my period, I get to just eat whatever I want and whatever I please, and it just gets really bad sometimes. So I was really trying to not do that this period. So okay, let me get on to the point. So the reason why I was really, really bad last night was because I had bought a little pack. Well, I didn't buy it. My brother brought a pack of Reese's Pieces minis. They're the ones that come in the bag, and they're like little itty bitty minis of Reese's Pieces. And I really, really love Reese's peanut butter cup. It's my favorite, and I've been really craving them, and I was just trying to avoid the craving. So I had these, these Reese's peanut butter cups in the refrigerator for a while now. I actually like them cold, and I just haven't been eating them because I've been avoiding to eat them because I'm trying to be on a more healthy and stuff like that. So I just avoided to eat them, and I was like, I will eat them when the craving gets so bad. I'll just have a handful, like just like maybe 5 or 6 of them, like little tiny ones. So I took them out around dinner time. I want to say like 6 o'clock, and I put them on the counter because I was like, I was in the mood for them, but then I was like, no, I'll wait. I'll have dinner, and then after I have dinner, maybe I'll crave something sweet, and then I'll have it. Like, that's what I'm trying to teach myself. Like, just because I crave it, I don't need to eat it right away. Like, I need to give myself some time, you know what I mean? Like, so it's all the method of, like questioning yourself on what you put in your mouth. It's all about questioning yourself. So that's what I'm doing. I'm basically questioning myself. So I questioned myself around 6 o'clock, and I was like, you know what? I don't really need this right now. Maybe I'll have it. So I questioned myself around 6 o'clock, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I really don't need this right now. I'll just have it later, and I'll be fine. So I left it on the counter. And when I left it on the counter, I was good. I was like, okay, cool. So then I had dinner and everything, and I made dinner, and then I had everything, and then I was like, okay, here it goes. Like, now I really want something sweet, so let me go look for it. So I go to the counter where I placed it, and it was gone, and I was like, oh, maybe I put it back in the refrigerator. So I was like, I look in the refrigerator, it's nowhere to be found. So I'm like looking for it, and like at this moment, when you're like a sugar addict like me, like I'm super addicted to sugar, and I really try not, and like breaking off of sugar is like You can't just go cold turkey. It's too hard to do it like that. So I was like fiending for it, and I was like, I really, really need it. And then finally, I was like, I go to my husband, and he's sitting on the computer, and I'm like, hey, did you see the Reese's peanut butter cups? And then he goes, no. He says they should be right there in the refrigerator. Flat out just says that to me with a straight face, no problem, right? So I'm just like, okay, so I'm not crazy. I don't live in a huge, humongous house, so they couldn't have gone anywhere. And it's just us two. So where did these Reese's Pieces go? Then it finally dawned on me. He did something to them. And then I asked him, and then he looks at me and he says, I'm so sorry, I threw them away. And oh my gosh, you guys do not even understand. I'm still mad. I flipped like a psychomaniac and was like, what the fuck? Why do you think you have to throw away chocolate from me? Like, why do you feel like you have to treat me like a child and keep chocolate away from me? Like, what the fuck? I mean, I get that I'm fat, but that doesn't mean you get the ability or the right to tell me what I can and cannot eat. Like, how, in what way are you helping me by throwing it away? By throwing it away behind my back. Like, I was so insulted, you guys. I was so insulted. I got to the point where I was just like, well, fuck, you didn't, like, if I was a skinny bitch, and I don't mean to say skinny bitch in a mean way, but I'm saying, if I was skinny, you wouldn't have done that. You would have kept those chocolates right there because you would have felt like I deserved it because I'm skinny. But because I'm fat, my husband, and don't get this wrong, you guys, my husband is an amazing man, but he can be just so clueless sometimes, like completely clueless. And I'm sure a lot of you women can agree with this. Men are clueless, and he was so clueless, and I just got so mad, and I went off on him, and I said, you know what? If I was skinny, you wouldn't have done that. It's because I'm fucking fat. You fucking felt like you needed to throw away Reese's Pieces, a whole brand new pack, because you felt like you didn't want me to eat that because I'm too fat already. And that's exactly what I said to him, and he was in silence, and he didn't say anything, and he stayed quiet, and he did not even respond to me because he knew he was a complete jackass for doing that. And I don't think he did it on purpose, because my husband has never had a weight issue. He's never had a weight problem. I think my husband did it because of the shit that comes towards him. You know what I mean? People tell him that, oh, he's with a fat wife. People like his relatives, his parents, his family tell him all the time, you should be ashamed because your wife is fat. Well, you know what? I got finally yesterday, I got to a point where I just said, you know what? I don't give a fuck about what anybody says about me or what I look like. It's about you people. You people should be standing around wanting me to accept you. You know what? I'm about to change it all around. I'm no longer going to walk around this earth wanting people to accept me, because I don't give a fuck about you people. I'm strong enough. God has given me the ability to be strong and accept me for who I am. Yeah, I'm fat. So the fuck what? I was fat before I was fat now. Like, I've always been a chubby girl, and I've never been super thin, and I cannot be thin. My body is not thin, and I'm happy with that. I don't mind not being thin. So basically, it was a huge argument. I got really mad at him. My husband never gets mad. He just kind of like feels guilty and goes around. And, you know, sometimes I feel like that man doesn't even know why he does things himself. So he can't even explain it to himself. But I know why he does it, and I explain it to him back. And I go, you fucking want me to lose weight because you want your narrow-minded family to accept me because I'm too fat for them. But you know what? Everybody just looks at me being fat, but I'm an educated woman. I'm very talented. There's so many things about me. I'm kind-hearted. I encourage people every single day, and there's so much about me that people don't see, and all they want to see is fat. Like, if I was skinny, you wouldn't have taken those Reese's Pieces from me. And, you know, I'm laughing about it because I just think it's so ridiculous, because I don't feel like I should have gotten mad over some candy. But I'm not mad about the candy. I'm mad about the concept. Like, you threw away some Reese's peanut butter cups that are my favorite because you feel like I'm too fat to eat them. And that shit pissed me off, and I just was like, oh my God. And I'm still mad at him. Like, my husband's really sweet. He wants to drop it. And he's like, don't be mad at me. But like, he needs to accept that that's why he did it. Like, he tells me he loves me. He tells me he accepts me for who I am. And he does. He does accept me for who I am. And he shows me so much love. And he tells me I'm beautiful every single day. And it's a genuine, you're beautiful. And I've never been loved the way I'm being loved by my husband, but it's still also very annoying, his method. I think my husband does want me to lose weight for my health and not so much for like looks and embarrassment. I don't think my husband's embarrassed of me, because that man holds my hand every day and walks with me down the street every day, and he fights for me. When people say things about me, he fights for me. But I think what it is like, he wants me to lose weight so I don't have to hear those mean things about me. He's doing it to protect me, but his method was annoying as fuck. So yeah, so that's where I'm gonna end it today, you guys. I just went and got, hey guys, what's up? I am now doing my final entry for the week for my weight loss journey, and it looks like I lost about 2 pounds, about 2.4 pounds this week, which was pretty amazing. I'm super proud of it because I was very, very focused this week. I had a little ups and downs. As you saw in the previous clip, I was talking smack about my husband and, his approach to being supportive. And that's the thing sometimes with certain family members, certain people in your life, even the people that really love you and support you, sometimes they're not going to understand your journey, and they're not going to understand how to work with you. They're not going to understand how to deal with you. And it's your job to teach them. It's your job to teach them how to treat you. And it's your job to teach them on how to be supportive, Thankfully, my husband did say sorry, because he really didn't understand. And that's part of being in a marriage. Sometimes the other person doesn't really completely understand you, even though they completely love you. Sometimes they just don't understand. So he did say sorry, but he gave me 2 Reese's Pieces packets, and I ended up eating both packets, and it made me feel even worse. And I kind of understood where he was coming to as well. Even though in the beginning I was really, really upset about it, I ended up understanding where he was coming from. So I took a chill pill, and we discussed like what is okay and what's not okay in this whole journey that I'm going through. And I mean, I'm sure he's gonna mess up again. I'm sure people are going to mess up. People that really love me sometimes don't understand the journey. They don't understand what I'm going through. They don't understand what I'm doing. So they're definitely not always going to make the right moves around me. And it's my job to tell them what's up, what's okay, what's not okay. But yeah, I'm really, really excited for this 2.5 pound loss. I want to say the best thing that worked for me this week was that I did hop on to the meal replacement shakes, because I knew that I was on my period, so my menstrual cycle, and I knew I was going to be really sensitive, and I was going to be very lazy, and like, I don't know, I just get really hormonal during this stage, and I tend to not want to do anything correctly. So I just automatically hopped on to protein shakes just to kind of monitor and hold me accountable, versus going on like a pig out and eating whatever I wanted type of thing. That's what I do when I'm on my period. So I survived, and I can no longer say that when I'm on my period I gain weight, because that's not so much the truth. It's just a matter of really just taking accountability for my actions and the choices that I make. And yeah, that's it. So I hope to see you guys next week in my next entry, and let's see what the week does for me. Comment down below if you guys want to see anything like in particular, or you want me to talk about a certain topic, or like any type of questions that you guys have. Go ahead and comment down below. And also, thank you so much for everyone who has been supporting me and sending me all these sweet messages and just telling me how you have my back. and you don't understand how much that means to me. I really, really love you guys for that. And I've tried losing weight so many times, and I want to say that this is probably the first time that I felt so supported and I felt so strong and motivated to just continue and actually, get healthy and get fit and, correct myself, correct my cholesterol, correct my pre-diabetes, correct myself on all that. And you guys really, really give me that strength, and thank you so much. Okay, bye.